The day Gen Z got cursed.
January 26th, 2020 was the day everything seemed to change for the worse. It also happened to be my 15th birthday. I can't seem to remember much about the day other than the fact that I was scrambling to finish my science fair project for school. And oh yeah, one of my childhood heroes died in a helicopter crash with his daughter.
Wow.
I can still feel the shock of my
That was 5 years, over 5 years ago.
brother texting me RIP Kobe and the subsequent Google search confirming the news. My family was never big on birthday celebrations, so I didn't have a big party to look forward to, spending much of the day coming to grips with this passing. It was the first time a celebrity death seemed to have any real impact on my emotional state. I wasn't immediately overwhelmed by grief or sadness. Honestly, after I got the news, everything just felt off. I felt a deep pit in my stomach that persisted for the rest of the day, and I had trouble focusing on my science project. Unfortunately, this feeling did not subside, and the coming week, I was filled with a similar strange pit in my stomach.
Oh my God, for COVID.
As well as a more bleak outlook on life. The first semester of 9th grade, I had a blast. Starting high school, making friends, it was a time of much optimism. But after
the dog filter.
Kobe passed, it felt like the joy in the world went with him. A month later, we all know what happened. All of a sudden, we were stuck inside. I'd made great strides to socialize and make friends my freshman year, and now the only communication I could have with them was over Discord.
I really think that era, and I hated when people tried to talk about how COVID life was weird. I even did it before, admittedly. But I hated when people would talk about how weird COVID life was in like a past tense sense when we were actively living in COVID times. I think COVID really that era ended like late 2021. I remember I still wore a mask, but I was returned to college for the first semester of fall of 2021. That was a weird era though. Like a blurb. Do you guys remember a lot from that time? I think it was a blurb for everybody. Because those days dragged by. I remember and it really makes you understand, like, time flies when you're having fun, but you remember a lot more from good experiences. It was boring as fuck. Sitting at home all day, doing class, and then playing. It was fun for, like, the first month. You remember when we all thought it was just going to go away? Because when did you guys get out of school? Mine was like March in New Jersey. It was like early March. We had off for something. And then it was like then on. I remember being at work and in school, my senior year of high school, talking about COVID and me going, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Like openly saying it doesn't matter. Like it's not. I just thought it was like the flu. Because you know how the media overhypes a lot of shit? I thought it was going to be like that. And then I knew people that got it, and then their family members got it. And for the most part, I would say, basically everybody that got it was okay. But people died. I knew people that died. And people that knew people that died. I had friends, family members that were serial cigarette smokers die at 50 from having bad lungs and getting COVID, and there was nothing they could do. And it was such a weird time. Do y'all remember, okay, this depends on the state that you were in, but I would say most states were kind of like this experience. Do y'all remember going out for the first time mid-COVID? I'm talking April, May of 2020, when it was peak COVID cases, everybody was worried. I went to the grocery store, and I remember wearing a mask, and that was it. And there were people in fucking hazmat suits. I'm so serious. I remember there being no toilet paper on the walls, or no toilet paper. If you didn't have toilet paper, you were just fucked. Toilet paper, hand sanitizer, any regular ass shit. I remember I was wiping my ass with paper towels for a good week. We would order, you couldn't order toilet paper online. You couldn't fucking get it at the grocery store. There was nothing, bro. It was just fucking, it was such a weird, and I feel like now it's been long enough to where, like, dude, that was 5 fucking years ago. We could talk about it now. I just hated when people were like, it was like 2022. And we would all be like, oh yeah, COVID days. Like that shit wasn't 6 months ago. The whole freshman year of college, though, I had online. And a lot of people were the same. Like, did you guys have a 2020 to 2021 school year in person? I feel like most states, and even most cities and countries for that matter, outside of the US, you probably, like maybe hybrid, but for the most part, fully online. My freshman year, 2020 to 2021 of college was fully online. I did not go to campus once outside of getting my student ID. And that was it. And I didn't even use it. So I don't even know why I went. I think it was just like a requirement that we had to do. And I can tell you right now, no change happened for anybody then. And it was such a shit time. Like, a lot of you guys were probably going into high school during COVID or even graduating. And those were like the worst times to be in COVID because they're like monumental areas where you're supposed to change as an individual. And everybody was just so delayed. And I think that's part of the problem today with like youth in general is that everybody's like a 2-year lag behind maturity wise to where everybody acts like they're a fucking kid, bro. Like that, I think social media plays a part, but COVID fucked a lot of people growing up to where they're just at a disadvantage. Like they act like they're like 15, they act like they're 12. And so they're just years behind. Like coming from personal experience, I did not change mentally at all from senior year to freshman year in college. And then right when I got back and I started taking classes in person and I started being like an actual human in society, it like clicks and you're like, okay, I have to actually grow up. But it was so weird in that time. I remember even hanging out with my friends. Oh my God, bro. I was nervous. I remember it was probably like June or July and it was midsummer and you're used to like hanging out with your friends. Do y'all remember, like, what did you do that summer, chat? Obviously, end of school year, online, school year after that, online. What'd you do that summer? I fucking played video games and went on a bike ride every day, and then that was it. The only other thing that I remember doing was I would get in my car and drive to an open parking lot to watch the sunset alone every day. And it was so depressing, bro.
The rest of 2020 and 2021 ended up being the worst time of my life.
2021 was a worse year than 2020 because it was just dragging. So 2020 was fine because the first 3 months there was no COVID. And then the first 3 months of COVID, it was just like, no school, yeah! And you just would fuck around in Zoom class and play video games. And it was also peak, like, still good Fortnite. That was fire. And then 2021 hit. It was the new year, and we're still in fucking quarantine. That shit was terrible. Gyms still weren't open. Nothing was fucking open. You're just sitting there, literally doing nothing. Brain rot.
Not because...
What can I get you?
I want a job where I can help people.
I want a job building rockets.
I want to work somewhere creative.
Because I remember it.
Oh, and Among Us carried too. Among Us and Fall Guys dual drop 2020.
As particularly bad, but because I can hardly remember it at all. I can't recall any significant memories from that time of my life other than
Among Us, Lil Nas, streaming, The Queen didn't die in 2020. Oh, early 2020s. When did she die? Like 22? Joe Biden, Mr. Beast. Did Mr. Beast do videos during COVID?
Of my life, other than Zoom classes and watching movies in my bedroom. The isolation got to me.
Bro, I learned nothing. I cheated on everything in that time. I remember I took my AP test online, and that shit was so scary because you couldn't cheat on that, and I had no knowledge from the fucking latter half of AP Bio, and I was just sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Just guessing on everything. Didn't care. Literally did not care. Do you miss school? I was going to say, I talked to my friend about this the other day. I have basically been out of college for almost a year. It hasn't even been a year yet. I was in college a year ago. It feels like I was in college 5 years ago. When you're out, you're out. Like, I was out, and for about 2-3 months, I was in that funk where I was like, I'm not going back, and now it's just done. I don't miss it. This is what I miss. I miss class. I loved class in college, not high school. I don't miss high school at all. Fuck high school. Fuck that shit. The era of high school and being a kid was fun. High school class was shit. Having 8 classes at once and having to study for all of them, that was fucking terrible. I hated every second of it. What I will say, though, college class was awesome. Going to college class and fucking sitting in and just talking about philosophy and stuff, fun as hell. Homework, ass. Writing papers, ass. Forced reading, ass. If I could go back to college, just sit in the class, never take a test, and dip, that would be awesome. Like, people that sit in at classes, like old people that do that and they pay to like see one class, that's cool. But the rest of it's horrible, because that's when it becomes a job.
Because of the media I consumed, BoJack Horseman, Blue is the Warmest Color, Manchester by the Sea, Requiem for a Dream.
Nope, I remember BoJack, nothing else.
Black Swan, Perfect Blue, Archie's Final Project.
Nope.
All of these are...
Nope. Yo, I can tell you right now, me and you had 2 different COVID experiences, brother. I was not watching any of these fucking shows. Are these movies? I don't know. I watched BoJack Horseman. That was about it. What the fuck did you guys... I don't remember what I did during COVID. Like entertainment-wise. Movies? I don't even remember what I watched. I feel like I just played fucking Fortnite all day. All day. I played Fortnite. Fortnite, I never watched anime. Maybe YouTube. And then what else did I fucking do? Be a bum. Literally sit and do nothing.
A great piece of
class.
Of art.
And then I got into streaming later on, but that was like way down the line.
But were terrible picks for an isolated high schooler who was still trying to figure out life. Eventually, we got back to the outside world, but nothing was the same. The youthful optimism and wide-eyed...
I don't miss that smell of a mask, like a reusable mask. You remember that smell? Where it would be a mask you wore for like a week straight, and it would be your own scent, but it would just be like that. Like, you're smelling your own breath, like, all day. That was so ass. Having to just fucking sit there, like... And it would, like, puff. The mask would, like, puff in and puff out. It would get moist. Ugh.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, Tracy from Lily's of Charleston will watch 60...
Curiosity I possessed before had left me.
Dude, working out at the gym with a mask on was the worst fucking experience ever. That shit sucked.
My hatred for school grew exponentially, but I also had no clue what I wanted to do with my life, which created this self-fulfilling loop of misery. The rest of high school was a slog, a never-ending cycle of tests, essays, and a deep longing for more from life. I just wish I could go back to that first semester of 9th grade and stay there forever. But...
Well, I think it was also an era where you could be lazy as fuck and it wasn't bad. And so it normalized everybody wanting to just like chill at home and do nothing. And now anything else seemed worse in like perspective.
Time waits for no man, and every year that passes, that 14-year-old that I once knew grows farther and farther out of reach, and the pressures of growing up mount ever heavier. I used to make fun of millennials a lot. I would make the same tired jokes about them being the participation trophy generation and how
I hate participation trophies. Oh, I'll agree there. I personally think, hey, that's one take. I don't know if a lot of people agree with that or not. I fucking hate the idea of a participation trophy. If you're not, I ran track in high school, and I didn't even like the idea of like 5th and 6th place medals. I don't want a fucking medal. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. That's it. I remember field day, and they would hand out participation trophies. Chuck those in the goddamn garbage, okay? Because, like, I understand it's the mindset of, like, oh, everybody has to be, on even terms, and it's like, okay if you didn't win. Yeah, sure, it's okay if you didn't win. But now, like, giving out medals to everybody ruins the achievement of the person that got first, second, or third. Like, if you did a race and it was 8 people in a race and everyone gets a trophy, what's the fucking point in getting first place anymore? There's no motivation to actually try and win. I mean, I don't know. If your kid wants a participation trophy, your kid wants a fucking participation trophy. Whatever. But when I was a kid and I got a participation trophy when I did not get first, second, or third, it made me mad. I did not want it. I would rather have nothing.
They're more special than they actually are. But I no longer make these jokes because at least millennials seem to have purpose. Gen Z, by stark contrast, is clinically meandering, too afraid to
I don't know. I think part of the problem with millennial cringe is the idea of holding on to being a kid. And I think you want to have that kid aspect of yourself and that enjoyment of life and that new experience day to day, because you don't want to leave that when you grow up. But at the same time, it's like the shit you see on social media where people get like attached. Like, you see a lot of millennials, and I'm not doing a blanketed statement about millennials in general. I'm just saying what I see on social media, where there's like a few people that are, in their 30s, and they're like obsessed with something that was nostalgic to them. I don't want to say like Disney adults, but something on the same level where it's like they care so much about and it's whatever, care about what you want to care about. But like, you could tell they hold on to it, not because they actually enjoy it that much, but because it reminds them of when they were 6.
Publicly care about anything, yet secretly overly concerned with everything.
The elder millennial, I hate that meme. That shit's so cringy. Where they're all saying their age and they're on like, I think it's like roller hockey, or they play like some sort of roller skating shit. 35, 39, elder millennial. Just say how old you are. Elder millennial. 40.
32, 33, 35, 35, 35, 38, 39, 40. Elder millennial. Elder millennial.
Millennials think they can make a difference. We know that we can't, so we don't even try. Unless it's by damaging property or getting engagement on social media. Growing up was a lie for Gen Z. It wasn't Zac Efron dancing and playing basketball. It was 8 hours of Zoom classes for a year.
Okay, but nobody was growing up with Zac Efron playing. That was not a real high school experience.
Well, it was 8 hours of Zoom classes for a year and masks for another. We don't want to have fun. We just want everyone to think that we are. Reality is artificial, authenticity is scarce, everything now is aura farming, nonchalant slop. If I talk to a Gen Z woman, 50% of the time I'll be subjected to incoherent word vomit about how all her friends are fake and how she needs to post again. If I talk to a Gen Z guy, 50% of the time it'll turn into a subtle contest to assert dominance and prove that you get more women, make more money, and have more fun than he does. If you try to be interested in something, you're corny and trying too hard. If someone makes you mad, you got rage baited.
But how?
Life is more legal than you think, and LegalZoom is here to help. Whether it's registering a business.
Why did COVID make that happen? Because we all just became chronically online for a period of time and you get obsessed with other people's lives. I would assume that's it. Like, social media usage spiked, and then everybody's association with their own personal self relied on how they're perceived by other people more, because they were on social media more, just like everybody else. And so then you're fucking just stuck in this cyclical loop of needing to feel like you're promoting your life the best, even though behind the scenes it's not nearly as good. I always say that shit too. If it looks like your friends are having fun on Instagram, that's good and all, but don't fucking sit there and be like, oh, their life's so much better than mine, because I guarantee you they're going through some bullshit. You just don't post about it.
Egg. trying to make it to the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. How much longer till you get there?
Wait, can you shut my door first? Please. Thanks.
How much longer?
11 million. Almost 10.
How long would that take?
2 years, probably.
And is this helping you get any likes?
Oh.
Or are you just doing it for fun?
I was doing it for fun.
What do you
I'm
think
live. With my community. Nobody hears anything. Did you eat a mango before you came here?
Huh?
Did you eat a mango before you came here?
No.
I thought you ate something. Alright. You watch something here. What do you want to watch? Wait, first I need to see what this pit is.
And it would like puff, the mask would like puff in and puff out.
EY stream.
What?
EY stream.
I don't know why. I don't want to.
Bro.
Fine, which one? This one.
How long can the snake get?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, dude.
Snakes. My number one fear. Luckily, I've never had to face one in real life. Until my friend Ethan decided to prank me with one. Guys, look how long this snake is. Shh, don't tell EY.
Hey, EY, how you doing, buddy?
What do you want now, bro? I'm just trying to record a video. Can you
Oh,
leave me
that's
in
a great
peace?
video you're recording. Anyway, hold this snake for me real quick.
Did you say
and
snake?
I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. Get pranked! Enjoy your new pet!
To get my revenge. Not only am I adding snakes to Minecraft, but I'm making them longer than ever. And the more they grow, the more lethal they become. And by the end of this video, we will build our snake right here, where it's hopefully long enough to wrap around the entire Earth and strangle humanity. That sounds low-key dangerous, so maybe we should start with level 1 to try and stop Ethan's evil plans. I might have bitten off a little bit more than I can swallow. How am I gonna make a long snake in literally 4 blocks of space? Unless, what if I like wrap it around itself on the outside? Okay, this does not look like a snake whatsoever. It looks like a chair. One up. Oh, and then this will be the face here. Imagine that biting into you. I don't want to. It would hurt. And then the mouth with the slab. Oh, dude. We're going to use some glow item frames here. And you place them on the inside of the trapdoors. And you might think, EY, how are you going to see the item inside them if they're on the inside? Well, that's a good point. Anvils are one of the very only items in the game that they actually stick through the back and somehow make the scariest looking snake eyes. Now that is a snake. Let's boop the snoot for good luck. Boop! And bring together our fire snake. Scarlet snake. That sounds better than even what I had in plan. It's time to leave our little snake enclosure and release my big boy, or should I say long boy, into the wild. Oh, Ethan!
Okay, we still need a few more blocks and items, and especially mobs, before I can take all of this back to my epic underwater zoo base! Yeah, that's right.
Oh, we got him now. It's time to spawn down our snake army. Wait a second. This is actually a bad idea. Ethan ran into my room totally unfazed. Just spawning this guy in isn't going to scare him. It's not going to teach him a lesson. we need to build up to it first. We need to build fear, and this space has literally just given me the perfect idea. Snakes shed their skin. In fact, actually, it's called ecdysis, or ecdysis, or look, I'm not a snake expert. When snakes shed their skin, it turns into this weird white translucently color, and by doing this, they actually grow bigger. Oh, I love it. That is so good. Now, we just need to find a way to lure Ethan back to our snakes. Yeah, what are they doing here? Those are snakes. They must have escaped from my enclosure. Please, if you see any more of them in this video, leave a comment down below because they could ruin my entire master plan. But I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
I see a piggy. Come here, Mr. Piggy. Let me grab your brave pig booty chickens. All right, I'm pretty sure this cage is good enough. I've given you enough infrastructure. Is this cannibalism if I give you steak?
What if we knock down the trees as if there's a giant snake slithering through this forest and then he gets rid of his skin there? Oh, that would be sick. And luckily, I installed the perfect mod. I thought it would make this server better because obviously any of you can join using this IP on any device to play Minecraft with me. But now I realize it's the perfect prank.
Oh, what? Wait, no. Chill. Wait, is something going that way? Wait, the trees are breaking. Follow that.
Oh, that's right, Ethan. This snake is slithering through the forest. You can't see him because he's got camo, obviously. All right, let's just start knocking them down everywhere, dude. Oh, we're almost at the snake skin. He's about to see it, guys. Go.
Something big is running through here. And it just stopped. Whoa, okay. Oh, that actually jump scared me. Chill.
Oh, surely now. Dude, he's seen it. He has to have seen it, right?
What could have even done this sort of damage though? I'm pretty sure that's a snake shed. Oh, that's not good. We have to stay on the lookout!
Now we have him right where we want him. Terrified and peeing his undies. Meat! My baby! Yum, 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 yum.
What is that? Oh my god!
I've got the swallow ability and the camo. Come here, Ethan! I'm gonna eat your little toes alive. Let me lick them.
This thing must pack a serious punch. Maybe it's a venomous snake. Oh no, we need a bait and switch. Slow it down with these.
Oh, you think you can stop me, bro? I can slither and slide through everything.
This is not good. This thing could absolutely destroy me. It literally destroyed wood just by biting it. Piggy, I'm sorry, but I'm abandoning you, my guy.
Come on, let's get a swallow in here. Come on, go. Yo. Oh, so close, guys. Oh, wait. I can break any block. Wait, the sword. Oh, dude.
No. Okay, move. It's destroying things behind me.
I can break any block in front of me. Of course, the trees. That makes perfect sense. Which means Ethan's base is the first perfect target.
My platform, this is perfect. Quickly, bait, and then jump up.
Ethan, you're trying to block me? Let me just open up my mouth and munch on you a little bit. Nom.
Ah! It's breaking the block! No! My resources!
Oh, these chests are so tasty.
Do you know how many hours I spent doing this? Stop, snake!
Prepare to... Steak? You're trying to feed me steak, bro?
Here. Take this steak, okay? Can you be part of my zoo? Yes?
You're trying to feed me steak? That ain't gonna stop me. I'm coming right for you.
No?
Jump. Oh, yo, we're doing damage on him. Wait. Well, we can use hammer. What does that do? Of course, snakes can disappear into anything. And we can lull him into a fake sense of security. Oh, wait, we better stop chopping so we don't accidentally eat blocks and give away our location.
Bob and weave, climb up the trees. Come on, it can't find me. Wait.
We lost it. Yes. We want Ethan to think he's won, to think he's outrun us. And at the exact right moment, we'll reveal ourselves and make sure that Ethan never wants to go anywhere near a snake again.
I think we're good. Keep on running. Oh, no. Wait. Is that a cage from before? I've got a genius idea.
That's the perfect spot right there. He's literally on the edge of a cliff. What is he gonna do? He's got nowhere to run.
Oh no, I'm stuck at the edge of this cliff.
You know what? I didn't want Ethan to know it was me, but now that we definitely have won this, I think I'm just gonna have to unmute because I want to hear his cries for mercy. 3, 2, 1.
What am I
Hey,
gonna
Ethan.
do? Wait.
You like my snake?
What? I knew you were the one behind this!
Actually, I'm not the one behind this. I'm the one right in front of you!
Ah! It's right there!
No,
Prepare attention!
Ah, yeah! What the?
Yes!
What? No!
You've fallen for my trap card! Welcome to Ethan's zoo exhibit, buddy!
No. I can bite out of here. You can't do anything. What?
No, you can't, brother. It is snake-proof. Remember, I literally had a snake in real life today, buddy. You're trapped for good, you stupid dingleberry.
Wait, was it supposed to be for your zoo or something? Bro, how am I gonna get out of here? The only way I can do it is by leaving my snake behind. No.
Give me your snaky snaky. It's mine now.
I'm gonna have to leave him behind. Guys, how is my snake that easily trapped? I have a conundrum. We need a snake that can climb out and over anything. The issue is, well, as we all know, snakes slither across the ground with their bodies. They're not exactly known for jumping.
What?
Unless we gave them some jumping shoes. Yeah, except snakes don't have feet. How are they gonna wear some serious Nike Jordans, guys? Unless, isn't there some brain rot shark that has
I
shoes?
played Fortnite
And
for a
sharks
little
definitely
bit.
don't have
I got
feet.
it.
I reckon we can
Played
pull this
Fortnite
off.
for a little bit.
Using all
I
of my Italian
uninstalled
brain rot knowledge, I
Fortnite
created
and
the
I
longest,
deleted the launcher.
stupidest looking snake ever. Wearing Nike shoes on its head and tail. This is way worse than tongue to her. And just to make sure nobody mistakes my even low
I found a different
snake
game. It's
for
kind
some
of similar,
cheap Temu
but
knockoff,
it's
we
kind
gotta,
of
of
fun.
course, put the legit brand logos
Kind of.
on every shoe here, even the one on his tongue.
It's just instead of just
Hopefully
just
this means he can
spamming
climb
the
over
thing,
anything now,
You
right?
actually have like an army and tanks and stuff, and you can
That
actually like.
is magnificent. And also seriously deadly in the sense that it will give Ethan a very infectious case of the brain.
Can I try first?
Come on and witness the greatest, the most splendiferous red snake! Don't get close, as he has the most potent venom in all of the world.